Stalking is primarily driven by spreading lies and using the target as a scapegoat for the perpetrator's own wrongdoings. So a discrediting campaign is nothing more than a series of falsehoods designed to manipulate the narrative and distort the truth about the target. The individual who targeted me has a significant presence on social media, and if you analyze my situation and their deception, you will notice that they strategically involve social media influencers to intensify their efforts to destroy and discredit me. They were that desperate to destroy me. So when I mention social media, I'm referring to its many forms, whether through tarot readers manipulating the readings, false prophets delivering misleading messages, or the latest trend of AI-generated videos spreading false narratives. These videos in particular are dangerous because they don't feature a real person, making the deception even harder to trace. A narcissist thrives on illusion. Being highly manipulative, they will distort reality, making you question what is actually happening and making you question who really is the victim and who really is the villain. So for instance, the truth is that my enemies are now being exposed for the liars that they are. However, in an attempt to salvage their reputation, they will fabricate a narrative that it is I who is now being exposed. But when they say that I'm being exposed, they were the ones who's like trying to expose me, but with lies. Not only that, they were also saying that I'm now being isolated and suffering due to so-called karma, when in reality, they are the ones being revealed for who they truly are, and they're actively trying to make me suffer with their persecution. So understand that narcissists thrive on confusion and psychological manipulation, keeping their victims in a state of crisis and distress. So in my case, I was dealing with an opportunist, a destiny thief, who attempted to erase me and reverse our roles. So consider a story. Consider a story where two friends are involved. And this is so common. You will hear the story among the flying monkeys. So consider a story where two friends are involved and one of whom is in a relationship. The manipulator tries to portray that the true love was actually the other friend, painting the spouse as a controlling and toxic figure. So in this scenario, this narrator used the word her friend for the villain and pertains the spouse of the friend as someone their hero cares about. So this narrative raises a red flag, because imagine using the word friend onto someone you're antagonizing and she claims to care about the spouse or the person her friend is in a relationship with. So if someone is truly a friend, why would they care more about their friend's partner than their actual friend? If you were genuinely a friend, you would respect your friend's marriage and your friend's boundaries, their marriage boundaries. Yet instead, you fixate on that friend's partner while simultaneously antagonizing your friend. So let's be clear. My husband is not being controlled. And if you have truly listened to the gaslighting and heard real conversations that was really happening to me, the smear campaigns, and then this flying monkey spreading lies about me, you would recognize who is actually being manipulated and controlled. My husband is free to do as he pleases. And if he chooses not to be with a desperate side chick out there, that's not my fault. You don't need to destroy me in order to protect your volatile ego and dignity that you don't have, friend.